this helps you remember what sine, cosine, and tangent are. Those are the three main elements that you need to know for right triangle trigonometry. And what this stands for is the sine of an angle is the opposite over the hypotenuse. The cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And the tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. It's not really clear until you actually have a triangle to work with. So let's take one of the common triangles that appears in the SAT. We know that 3, 4, 5 is one of the test writer's favorites. So we've got a 3, 4, 5 triangle, and let's make this angle x. So if I were looking for the sine of x, I would write it like this. It's kind of helpful to put your finger right here on the x, okay? The sine of x is the opposite side. So I go to the opposite side, that's 3, over the hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is the word for the longest side of a right triangle, which would be this one, the 5. So the sine of x is just 3 over 5, or 0.6. Right? So SOHCAHTOA helps me get the sine. It also helps me get this cosine here. So the cosine of x is equal to the adjacent side. So I go to my x here. The adjacent side is the one that it's next to, that's touching here, which is the 4, over the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is, again, the longest side. So the sine is 3 over 5. The cosine is 4 over 5. And the last one is tangent. The tangent of x is equal to the opposite. So I go back to my x here. The opposite side, which is 3, over the adjacent side, which is 4. SOHCAHTOA is an incredibly powerful mnemonic. And remember, sine equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. The cosine is adjacent over the hypotenuse. And tangent is opposite over adjacent.